What's going on, you big beautiful bastards? Alright, so today I'm going to show you super easy recipe, potato and leek soup.
Oh, potato and leek soup? I could go for a little bit of potato and leek soup. Yeah, I could go for that. Yeah, no worries, it'd be alright, yeah.
Yeah, righto. Good weather for it at the moment. Requested by my lovely mate Chris, who will not stop hounding me for recipes. So cheers, cunt. Potato. What we're gonna do, I've got 10 of these, just the ruby potatoes.
Oh, shit. Seem to have sprung a bit of a leak here.
These are pretty small, so if you've got giant ones, just 2, that'll do. Got some vegan chicken stock, some thyme, bit of rosemary.
Didn't bloody say you had rosemary.
A little bit of sage, bit of butter, and salt and pepper. First, sharp knife. Gotta have a sharp bloody knife. Make sure your potatoes are washed, yeah? You don't want shit all over them, okay? I know some people love eating shit. I prefer not to, up to you. Pretty much, I'll just cut them into 3 bits, then fucking come down in half, and then just do like a rough dice. You kind of want them to all be about the same size, so we got just like that. And always make sure you're watching when you're cutting, alright? I don't, because I like to fucking show off, but definitely you should, especially Chris, fucking hell. And if anyone's thinking of taking up the, you know, chefing profession, my only advice is, don't. It's fucked. Bit of home cooking never hurt anyone, but hey. Well, unless if you cut your fucking hand off. You got 2, so it'll be right. Now I'm making this vegan today.
Fucking vegans with their fucking bullshit.
Okay, Boomer. Go and sit down, have a cuppa, watch your current affair, shut the fuck up. No one's trying to offend you, just making some fucking soup. My housemate's a vegan, and I try to be where I can. Now, this will probably feed 4 people, maybe 5 if you get lucky. If you've got a bunch of fat bastards like me, you'll probably need a bit more if you want to feed more than 2 or 3, but you know, see how it goes. Alright, with your leeks, chop the end off like that. See that? Beautiful, we don't want that piece of shit. For the tops, I can't be fucked with them. You can open this up, clean it properly. I'm just going to lop it off right there. Look at that, beautiful, nice and clean. Then we're just going to come down in half like that. See that? You want to check the middle, because sometimes the cores are very thick. This one's fine. If the core's really thick, just pull that out. And then we're just going to come down it on an angle, just like this. Make it look nice and pretty. And do the same for the rest of them. Now you don't need to do this fine, because most people like to blend it at the end. So in that case it wouldn't really matter. I like to do it pretty fine, because the next step, what we're going to do is brown it, and it just browns a lot quicker if it's smaller. Alright, what we're going to do is, I've got my lovely pot here. Going to put some butter in. This one's Metallics. Pretty good stuff if you're vegan. It tastes the same as normal butter. Cooks pretty much the same too. You want to be a bit generous, because Potatoes love to absorb everything you fucking put in. Literally everything. Your salt, your water, your butter, your flavours. If you got potatoes, just add a bit extra. You don't want it to be bland and shitty, alright? So I'm just going one big ass spoon there, if I can get it in. Wicked. And we'll see how that goes. Might need to add another one. Hopefully not. Stick that on heat, chuck it on high. Right, when that's heated up, your butter's started melting, chuck in all your leek. Let it brown for a bit. Add in the herbs too. I like to cook all my veg in with my herbs. Don't usually measure out my herbs, but I'll do it for you guys just because I fucking love yous, alright? 3 spoons of rosemary.
Didn't bloody say you had rosemary.
2 spoons of thyme. You know, there's never enough time, mate. That's fucking gone. Pepper, 1 spoon. Now I've got 4 vegan chicken stock cubes.
Fucking vegans with their fucking bullshit.
What you want is boiling water. I've filled up my kettle full, boiled it. That's got 1.7 litres. Might get away with 3 stock cubes for this, but I've got the extra just in case. Dissolve that stock into a bowl. And we're just going to add all that water to it. And we're going to add that as we go to our soup. That's the sound you want to hear. That is the sound of our veg browning, which is exactly what we want. So keep that on a high heat. Keep stirring it, especially once you hear that noise, you want to keep it moving around. It'll burn pretty quick otherwise. Got our boiling water. Got our stock. Going for gold. Wicked. Just make sure all that stock's nice and dissolved. Now this meal's bloody good because it is about the cheapest thing you can make. Leeks are a little pricey at the moment, but you only need a couple. Potatoes are nothing. Everyone's got a bit of butter, bit of stock. Alright, Vegemite. Keep stirring. Got to look after our little pot, you know. You don't want to neglect it. You've got to give it a bit of love, eh? You're gone. That's smelling fucking fantastic already. Now, you want to make it as creamy as possible, yeah? It's potato and leek. It's kind of what you think when you have that. Be a little adventurous, you know. Sometimes I use oat milk. I'm doing vegan, or you can just use thickened cream. Don't go too adventurous, alright? I don't want to see you chucking in fucking chalky milk. I know we love it, but it doesn't fucking go, alright?
Chalky milk. Yum.
And I don't want to hear your complaints when you fuck up my soup because you put chalky milk in it, yeah? Fair enough? Fair enough. But there's always room for a little bit of chalky milk, mate. There's always a little bit of room for some fucking chalky milk.
You didn't say there was chalky milk, mate. You didn't fucking say that.
Right, at this point, you should be having some sort of an orgasm through your nose. If you're not, you probably didn't follow my fucking instructions, alright? And I suggest you just go back to the start of the video and try again. Now I'm going to add another spoon of butter. It's getting a bit too dry in there, you know. It's looking a bit like my sex life. I have to remedy that for sure. Yeah, righto. You want it nice and moist, right? I know how much you guys love that word. Don't forget to wash your hands, alright? We do have a fucking virus going around that everyone's freaking out about, and it's good advice, washing your hands. I mean, you should be doing it anyway. You don't want to have fucking grotty toilet hands after you've gone and taken a shit or something, you know, so Yeah, do it. Wash your hands. Doesn't take long. Not that hard.
This is looking magnificent. Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, nice, yeah. Yeah, nah, yeah.
Alright, so I've browned off my leek. Chucked in the potatoes, added a bit more butter. It's kind of getting that like creamy sort of look now. I'll give you a look at that. Looks fucking wonderful. There you are. Looking pretty good. Sorry for my shaky hands. Lovely, eh? Beautiful. Alright, so now we're going to start adding the stock. This is the part that takes a while, but we're nearly there, eh? We're nearly fucking there.
Hurry up, you bastard. I want some fucking soup.
So honestly, what I do is just take the whole bloody bowl. You want to fill it up maybe half, so half of it's not covered, I'd say, and just keep stirring it around till it absorbs. Then add a bit more. Beautiful. That's looking really good. Alright.
Chalky milk. Yum.
Now all we do is wait. You'll probably be leaving that on for 10 minutes at a time. Check it. If it gets too low, add more stock. Don't go past 4 stock cubes. It'll get too salty. You don't want that. So after we're done with this lot, we're just going to be adding just boiling water, nothing else.
Hurry up, you bastard. I want some fucking soup. I want some soup now.
Okay, usually at this point, I like to turn down the heat a bit. We've used all our stock. Now we're just adding water as it lowers so it doesn't get too thick. You don't want it boiling off the water too quickly. I find you get a better result if you just put it on low heat and slowly let the water go through. Unfortunately, I've got a monster stove, so it's hard to get a low heat, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. Don't forget to taste too, yeah. That's the difference between a good chef and a shit chef. Most of them don't try their own food and then they're like, oh, it tastes like dog hole. So yeah, you don't want that. That tastes pretty fucking great to me, so, you know, we'll just keep at it. Probably do have a little more pepper. You don't want too many flavours in this soup. It's a really basic recipe. I find it works best with just a couple herbs and your stock and your pepper, and that's it. It's real easy to smash out when you can't be fucked cooking, which is me. Alrighty, that's pretty much how you want her to look. Looking good. Potatoes are nice and soft, lots of flavour, looking great.
Hurry up, you bastard. I want some fucking soup.
Pork. Pork.
I want some soup now.
Pork.
"2,000 years later."
Alrighty. Now this would generally be where you'd blend it, but I'm a dumbass and realised I don't have a fucking blender here. So, we're going old school with this bad boy.
Two 2,000 years later.
Here's my favourite fucking pat. I love this shit. Dream about it. It's making me fucking moist. Yeah, righto. Alright, we're just going to add a little bit of water because it's chunky as hell. So overall, I didn't use the entire 1.7 litres. I used about 1.4. I mean, that'll change though depending on your potatoes and how long you cook it for. Maybe cooking it a bit longer than me. I mean, you just want to get the right consistency for you, I guess. Some people like hell thick soups, some like them fucking runny as shit, you know. That's looking good to me, but we have our soup. That's looking good to me. What you want to check? Just make sure it's not too thick. This is still quite thick, but I think it's kind of nice. Obviously it'll come out way better with a blender. And if you want to add cream, this is when you do it, and then just stir it around. Or you can just add it as you eat it to your bowl, whatever. You get a much more lighter colour if you do that. So it's much nicer to present and shit, but you know, whatever. We're home cooks, who gives a fuck? So anyways, that's my potato and leek soup. Looking fucking fancy. Get some of that in your gob and stop asking me for fucking recipes.